Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Juan from the Byte That Team, and I want to talk about the Elimination Chamber event slash pay-per-view slash whatever you want to call it that was announced. It's going to be taking place at Corpus Christi, Texas. Originally that was scheduled to be a house show, and now it's a chamber event. So we're not only going to have one Elimination Chamber match, we're going to be having two. One is going to be for the Intercontinental Championship, the other one is going to be for the Tag Team Championships. The WWE World Heavyweight Championship will be defended. So this is a full-blown event. It's going to be exclusively on the network, which just so happens to be free in the month of May. And as I brought up in the podcast, we have Payback, which is happening this Sunday. We have TakeOver happening. And then we have Elimination Chamber. So maybe one of the questions could be, is this too much? Is this not enough? Sort of elaborating on what I mentioned in the podcast, I think it's cool because, yeah, when you go back to the network, let's face it, nostalgia, it can be a beautiful thing, but it can also be a little bit dangerous because some things maybe seem great at the time, but when you look at them, 10, 15 years later, they don't look that good. So when I go back to watch a lot of the older events, they're cool, but I can totally go the rest of my life without watching them again. And then getting current content, new content that is different. We got the King of the Ring that replaced Main Event on a Tuesday, and now we have this that just basically competes with Payback. So do I think this takes away from Payback? Yes and no, because they have different purposes. I do like the fact that the WWE World Heavyweight Championship won't be defended inside the chamber because it obviously raises a lot of importance to the other two matches, thanks to the whole Dana Bryan situation, which I definitely think pushed this event to happening. I know there's also the aspect that a lot of the arenas currently just can't hold the chamber structure, but this one can. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Do I think that the tag team match will be great? I think it has a lot of potential. I mean, anybody that plays the WWE games know that for a very long time those matches have been available on the game. So this is the first time we're seeing a legitimate tag team elimination chamber match. It could be the last time we see it. So maybe it could be that four guys start in the ring, and then there's each remaining member of that tag team is going to be out there. But regarding the Intercontinental Chamber match, first, who do I think has the biggest opportunity to win? I think King Barrett does. He has had a lot of shortcomings in his WWE career. I think he was at the peak of his game when he was in the Nexus. And then ever since then, he's sort of been struggling in every way, shape, and form. I think the Bad News Barrett gimmick was a very fun idea, but it never led to anything. I think it was way better in the JBL and Co. show than it was in the final product. So I think that the King Barrett gimmick isn't something that's going to be long-term good either. So maybe the fact that Dana Bryan's injured can really be that opening window for what Barrett finally needs. But at the same time, it's been a lot of times, and the people, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Let me know if I'm wrong. It just seems like there's always something missing with Barrett, that whenever people see him, it's like, all right, he's got a great look. I mean, he looks like a superstar. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But when he's in the ring, it's like, all right, cool. You do the elbow thing, you do all these things, but it doesn't really mean too much for me. But I am going to think that that's the top guy. If not, I don't know if they're going to shoehorn Sheamus and Ziggler into this match maybe, but I would say Ziggler would probably be the other guy that I'm not a big fan of how he's performing right now in terms of his look, the way it's changed. I don't know. I think it's too much. I think less is more, and right now Ziggler just has way too much going on. So yes, I'm going to go with Barrett. King Barrett, Bad News Barrett, Wade Barrett, whatever his name is at this point. Now, regarding the Tag Team Elimination Chamber, that one I am really interested in. Right off the bat, I'm going to say that under no circumstance should New Day lose, because they are on fire. Ever since day one, I thought that the New Day had potential, but it was horrible. The execution was just, it was meant to execute them more than just, executing a new faction or team or whatever. And these are three really talented guys. Kofi Kingston has feuded with Randy Orton, and I think a lot of people either don't even remember that or just completely forgot it or something like that. Big E, this is a man that made his WWE debut in the main event of Raw, taking out John Cena, and then AJ Lee's theme played. And then we have Xavier Woods, who has had a interesting career in NXT. He was never the top guy or something like that, but everybody found out he had potential, especially if you look at the E60 Behind the Curtain documentary. Ryan posted a review in this channel. It's seriously worth a look. It talks about Adam Rose, Xavier Woods, and all that stuff, and it is really worth a watch. But it goes to show that this is a very versatile guy. So putting them together, it makes perfect sense. And I think what they're doing right now, they should just ride that as long as they can, because otherwise WWE has this tendency to sort of do something with a tag team and then they go nowhere. I mean, 3MB. When 3MB first came into the scene, they had their own vignettes, they had backstage promos, they went to a bar and pretended to play, and that was it. That was the beginning and the end of 3MB. So I don't care who's in this match. Obviously, I'm expecting a lot of great things from Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. The fact that they're going to be inside a chamber, that has unbelievable potential. But that being said, New Day has to come out the winners. Now, I actually want to point out that I have witnessed live an Elimination Chamber match. When they had New Year's Revolution in Puerto Rico, they actually had a match including a little bit of everybody. This was when the brand split was still active. I actually got to see Chris Benoit wrestle live, and he did the diving headbutt off the top of the pods, I guess you can call them. And that was a really good match to watch live. Now, I will say, I've seen a Hell in a Cell match. I've seen an Elimination Chamber match live. And for me, those matches don't translate well live. Because when you're watching them on TV, you get to see all the little details, the commentary and all of that. But when you're live, unless you're like front row or something, with the New Year's Revolution Chamber match, I was like on the 10th row. So I was really close. And I just couldn't feel it. It felt almost like a toy live. And then I watched the Hell in a Cell match live at WrestleMania between Undertaker and Triple H with Shawn Michaels and all that with Keith. And most of the time we ended up looking at a screen because we had such a big problem trying to just see what was happening in the match. So for those that are going to the show, hopefully it's somehow different. I don't expect it. I don't expect the chamber to change from what it originally was, but I'm really looking forward to it. Should they do more things like this? Not just the Elimination Chamber, but doing out of nowhere things like, hey, the King of the Ring came back out of nowhere, and then, hey, we have a house show that became Elimination Chamber. Definitely keep doing it, but don't just make it another show. Like, have it be King of the Ring was completely different, Elimination Chamber completely different. I think they should even go as far as to having a Money in the Bank type thing. Hell, I know that this is the PG era and it's going to be a little bit difficult, but something like this, I know a lot of people have talked about it, the Hardcore Championship or some sort of championship, the Falls Count Anywhere Championship. I don't know, do whatever you want to do, but something like that would work so well with the network. And the fact that they're doing these things 2 months in a row, I definitely think there's a chance that the WWE will do something like this. And if you guys want to know what I think about Payback, make sure to check out the podcast we posted last Tuesday. Subscribe to the channel. We give our predictions. We also have a JTG interview here in the channel, which was awesome. He talks about his brand new book. A lot of controversial things regarding backstage heat. I didn't so much talk about the politics with him. I didn't want to get all too negative in the interview. But thank you guys for the support. We're nearing 2,000 subscribers as of this video. And yeah, I want to get your feedback. Elimination Chamber, do you like the fact that it's coming back like this, or would you have preferred it happen as its own thing? Because obviously right now you have Payback, Takeover, Chamber, and neither of the three seems as important as if it was just that one big show a month. So make sure to leave me your comment below. Subscribe to the channel. We have the podcast posted every single Tuesday. If you love crazy stuff, watch Fight Night. We posted every other week. It's our fantasy league right now. We have Roman Reigns taking on Hans Haddington because it's the world of wrestling, and the world of wrestling is really unpredictable. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy Payback. Give us your predictions below. Hope you enjoyed Takeover. A lot of stuff. But yeah, we'll be back with a ton more videos right here on the channel.